And welcome to Beyond the Film Podcast. I am Justin.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Tyler.
And today, guys, what are we talking about?
I don't know, Justin, you tell me.
Well, Tyler said it if you were listening.
I didn't listen to Tyler.
Well,
No
you
one ever
should.
does.
That's why you're wicked for good.
Oh, that was good. All right.
Wasn't the best pun, but it got the job done.
No, yeah, it did what I needed.
Yep.
So I'll start the first question. First, we're gonna say right away, like it's been a little while since we've watched a movie.
Yeah.
Who remembers Wicked 2?
Me.
I remember I saw it. I remember the big components, but I mean, I think I think we can get into it right away. Like, it's not as good as the first one.
No,
That's simple.
the first one was even a little forgettable for me, but like I want to preference this with saying that like I enjoy musicals, but I just did not vibe with this rendition of Wicked or the songs. I mean, there were a couple of good songs throughout the entire span of the movie. Like, the first one had a lot more hits than the second one, from what I'm saying. The second one, I can truly only picture the one song that I was like, okay, I can get behind this. Is where she's turning the one dude into
a scarecrow.
Well, yeah, spoiler alert. She's turning the one dude into a scarecrow, and she's like, Melakanaka Bakadaka. And I was like, okay, I can get behind this, but that's really it. They didn't have enough Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, because that's what we needed was more Jeff Goldblum.
Hey, say what you will, I think Jeff Goldblum might have been the best part of that second movie.
No. No.
What was better?
I mean, the best part of both of these movies is Cynthia Erivo as Alphaba. Like,
yeah.
If we're gonna remember these movies 20 years from now, it's gonna be her performance not only as an actor but as a singer. I agree with you 100%, Ryan. The first Wicked is, I think, infinitely better than this one. You don't seem very high on it, but I actually was pleasantly surprised by that first film because I tend to not like musicals. I tend to think that songs are never really good and they always distract from the narrative it's trying to tell. Whereas in the first Wicked, I thought they did a really good job of making it very beautiful to look at, really emphasizing the purple and the green, the pink and the green colors. The production design was wonderful, and the songs were memorable. Like, it ends on like a truly all-time Broadway hit in Defying Gravity. And as I was leaving the theater the first time around, I'm like, I mean, I can kind of guess where the story's going to go, but like, I don't know how they top this movie. And I mean, Wicked for Good finishes the story. I'll give it that. But I mean, like, the colors are more muted. It's a darker movie, both tonally and visually. The songs are unbelievably forgettable. Like, I can't name one song, let alone remember any like high point. Like, it seems like this movie like saved all the good stuff for that first film, and then this film kind of feels like an afterthought in a lot of ways. I just did not like, other than maybe the story. Like, if Wicked for Good has any good remaining aspect, I think that this movie captures the fascistic allegory more than the first film. Like, I actually really dug what this movie was laying down thematically. And I thought that it was fun to see how it kind of is told concurrently with The Wizard of Oz, and how characters from this film kind of mix in with the main plot of The Wizard of Oz. Like, that's where the film got interesting to me. But other than that, like, I don't think Erivo and Grande are as strong here as their respective roles. And I let this film just wanting more. Like give me more of that first movie. And I mean, I'm sure this movie is going to have its fans. It's probably going to make its money, and Wicked fans are going to go gaga over it. But I mean, as someone who had no experience with Wicked prior to this, I left really disappointed in that second film, and I question why they even felt the need to split it into two parts in the first place.
Well, so I want to start by saying both. I think Justin actually more than me, but like my wife adores these movies, and like the previous Broadway musical, just like Justin's lady, she adores Wizard of Oz, like amazingly collects Wizard of Oz. Huge, like anything about Wizard of Oz, Justin's lady knows it. But the fault of that is that I went into this movie series knowing just about all the twists, because my wife had talked to me a lot about this movie beforehand, and before it was a movie, she loved the musical, the Broadway musical, so like I knew a lot about it already. So all these twists didn't really catch me off guard, and I just kind of felt like I was watching something that I already knew. And Tyler, just to explain from what I understand, is that middleweight where they end that first movie, that is the intermission of the play.
Correct.
That is, so
Yes.
that's the halfway mark. So like if we did an over 2 hour movie for just the first half, like that's why it had to wait till a second movie.
Like it. What's stopping you from just making this one movie and having like a climactic middle moment? Like I completely understand the logic of wanting to end on Defying Gravity, at least for a part one, but then like you basically doom your second part because the source material you're working with just simply isn't as strong in the second part.
I'll be 100% honest. I feel like this would have done better as a 3-part series versus a 2-part series. And I'm not saying 3 2-hour long movies. I'm saying that we should have cut the 2-hour long, and we could have explored a little bit more. There's 5 books in the series. This Wicked only covers a few of the books.
Yeah, but I don't think any of the other movies deal with Elphaba and Glinda's dynamic and relationship. I think it's all like
I think it's Alphaba's son or something like
Yeah,
that.
Right, which
something like that.
but that's what I mean. Like the third movie can fully explore that whole aspect. I'm sure I would not be surprised if we don't get a third movie that follows those.
There is talks about a Wicked 3.
Yeah.
It made too much money. It's too popular. I'm sure we will see some form of Wicked continue, whether it's a streaming service TV show or a straight to video Broadway sequel. Who knows? It's gonna be something. The toy line sold well. It's got everything. It's got everything. Yeah, merchandise. Everybody's got Wicked merchandise.
I looked it up right now. Wicked for Good is only trending at about half of Wicked's box office total. So Wicked's box office total is at 759. It's only at about 420. So I mean, dollars talk, and dollars are saying that
dollars do talk, but that movie made so much money that first time that somebody else will give it another chance.
Yeah.
You're
wrong. I mean,
you got to realize not even just box office sales. We're looking. Walk into a Target and try not to find a Wicked thing.
You're not wrong. I mean, they marketed the crap out of that movie, and I mean, a PG movie musical centered around the Wizard of Oz making almost $800 million is nothing to shake your head at.
At the movie theater, they had Wicked ices that I tried because like they've got specific Wicked flavors that are different flavors. Like everything, they're making so much money off these.
Were they Wicked good?
They were actually wicked good. One was birthday cake and one was green apple.
Cool. Okay, well, I was about to say which color was the birthday cake, and then you said green apple. I'm like, okay.
Well, see, that's the thing. Why did you make a pink icy and make it birthday cake instead of bubblegum?
That's a good point. Oh, bubblegum would have been perfect, too.
It would have been!
Yeah,
flies around in a bubble, dog.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest complaint with the movie is the ices, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about this movie. Like, it came and it went. I will probably never revisit this one. Whereas, like, I kind of enjoyed revisiting the first one before we went and saw the second one. I just I don't know, man. Other than the strong thematic storytelling, like, you go to a musical for the music, and I'm not going back to that musical for that music.
Right. I wouldn't even.
I probably will see it 3 more times because of
Justin's cursed to watch it forever for the rest of his life.
But I mean, I don't have that many issues with it. I do have my issues with it, but like I thought the visuals looked better than the first one. Like I honestly I did not think the visuals looked super great in the first one. I thought they looked, maybe because it was such a darker tone in this one, that they didn't look as bad because you couldn't see them, because when you hide it in darkness, you can't see much. Um, but like, I mean, I remembered some of the songs. I did, like, For Good. Obviously, the one where Dorothy's sitting there wondering why Glinda is talking to the evil witch while she's hidden in the basement crying to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how like Dorothy's just gonna be sitting in that basement wondering like what the hell are they singing about?
Can we talk
It has
about how
been memed and gift all over the place.
that whole movie, all you could hear during every song is "I just want to go home."
But yeah, that's probably my biggest issue with the movie, is it contradicts The Wizard of Oz so much.
I'll be honest real quick. I want to say, I thought they looked exactly the same. We're all having different views of this movie, because I didn't think that the images or anything, like, I thought it was exactly the same universe, same world, same movie. Like, nothing looked different in the second one to me. It was a little darker, yeah, thematically, obviously, because Elphaba turns to a darker side, but like, I thought it looked exactly the same.
So you think that movie has the same like bubblegum, like upbeat colors at Shiz University that it does in the Wicked Witch's castle?
No, but it did the same thing that the Harry Potter movies did. Look, watch Harry Potter 1 and 2, and then the second Harry Potter 3 starts. Even if you watch the opening of Harry Potter, the Warner Brothers symbol gets darker and darker and more decayed throughout every Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, so what's your point? We're like, I'm saying like Harry Potter does that well. Like it uses more muted colors throughout the franchise to match its progressively darker tone. And that's what I'm saying has happened here.
That's what I'm saying is happening here.
You said it looked the exact same as the first one.
No, I know. What I'm saying is that, like, am I misunderstanding? You guys are saying that Justin, you said that it doesn't look as good as the first movie did.
No, I said
I'm saying that.
Oh,
I'm
Tyler,
saying, I said the first movie looked better than this one.
What made it look different besides the colors? Are you saying that like the are you saying like the CGI is not as good?
Like the colors are brighter. It matches like a pretty like wide sweeping production design. Like the movie's prettier to look at, right? Like the greens and the pinks, and even when you get to like Emerald City and it becomes this wonderful wash of color over the screen. And I understand matching the dark tone here, but like the movie doesn't do anything to like show off its level of production design. Like if you're gonna do the more muted color scheme to match the tone of the movie, then I don't know. I lost.
I would heavily disagree with you.
I'm still mad about last week.
I would heavily disagree with you just for the fact of, yes, it's a darker film. That doesn't mean that the CGI is any less. It doesn't mean it's any less fun to look at, because like thinking of the scene where she's like up there and all the monkeys are around her and stuff, like there are some really cool visuals. It's just a darker form of visual. And I guess maybe it's that I like darker visuals a lot more than I like the bubblegum fresh. I mean, I like horror, so like dark is what I like.
Well, like, and maybe that would work if this was a legitimate sequel to that first story, but because it's a part 1, part 2, and we're supposed to view these as one cohesive unit, it feels so staggering to then switch over to, something so dark and wretched, just what is supposed to be like an intermission.
It's right? An intermission, but there's also a time jump between those movies.
Well, right, and yeah, I don't know. Like the muted colors just didn't work this time around. When that first movie got me in the mood for something so bright and wonderful to look at, that when the second movie comes around, it's like, okay, I guess we're gonna be grosser color wise because we have to match, Elphaba's turn to the dark side, or the film's more darker tone. I don't know. Like it just didn't work for me. I'm not and. Does that mean that like if the movie kept its dark tone but was like really bright still, that would work? I don't know. But I'm just saying like what I was presented with is not something I really vibed with almost at all.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, I can agree. I can agree that if it's not something that you vibed with, that's different. I'm just defending the fact that I don't think production value went down in any way.
Yeah, I mean, looking at, budgets, I think are going to be pretty much the same. I mean, the first one's 150.
Because I think they just did
Second one, yeah.
back.
Same budget for both movies. I don't know
Right.
if they just combined that for both films or
Because I know they just continued from the first one just to the second one. Like it was just a continuation. Like I think.
So did they
just
shoot
broke it
back
up
to
in-
back?
I think it was back to back, and I think they just did it as 2 parts to spread it out to make sure they got everything in there from the Broadway and from the story, so they had it all in there. I think that's why it was 2 parts and 2 hours long for each movie, because they were able to throw everything that they could into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a shame because there's some stuff that I liked in here. Like I liked how the movie uses and criticizes how propaganda can be used to negatively sway public opinion against someone in the wrong way.
We've had a lot of movies like that this year.
Okay, so here's one thing I forgot to bring up. Madame Morrible, so Michelle Yeoh. Did you notice that like she was like dramatically worse in this film than she was in the first one? Like
she wasn't even singing; she was talking more than.
No, she like she is like it's like 2 completely different performances.
Yeah.
Like she is terrible in this movie. Like
She seemed
truly
very
bad.
grouchy.
Even Nessa Rose, like I think it might just be because she was annoying as a character, and frankly, like when she died, right? Because she's the Wicked Witch of the East. You know, I shoot, I mean, I think a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. I'm like, so like they do a massive point of like, intertwining this narrative with the Wizard of Oz. So like like one part that really bothered me. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna do this, that's fine. But then when Elphaba gets to Munchkinland, presumably right after when Dorothy, arrives, like, isn't there like a whole thing where like she's, giving a big speech in the middle of town by the Munchkins?
Yeah.
And like that doesn't happen. It seems like she gets there like well after the fact. So my thought was like, is this a like congruent sequel to the movie The Wizard of Oz, or is it more based off of the original book? Because I know there are some changes.
Well,
like, go ahead.
So what I understand from it is that you got to remember that these character faults are not the movie's fault. These are following a book series that was made by somebody that obviously did not write The Wizard of Oz. This is a different interpretation of what happened. It's not supposed to be a direct sequel to Wizard of Oz, and that was my big complaint with the first movie. Is I felt those first things, and my wife had to tell me like, you're thinking too much about Dorothy. Like this movie isn't about Dorothy. It's not about any of that. This is just what's happening from a different perspective, in a different take of what actually happened. That's why you notice we see a lot more of the wizard and a lot more of like the animals and stuff like that. Dorothy was just in La La Land with her friends. It's saying like how they all became that kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that. Like I just
it feels like it contradicts a lot from The Wizard of Oz to me.
Yeah, like
it does absolutely, and that's because it's not made to connect to it. I mean, it's basically somebody said, I want to write a book about the Wizard of Oz and have it be different. It's almost fan fiction to be very honest.
Yeah, I mean the original Wizard of Oz is even quite a bit different from my understanding to L. Frank Baum's novel. I think one of the biggest differences that this movie does, and which makes me think that they chose to adapt more or present the concurrent story based off the book, is because Nessa Rose's shoes in the movie are silver, which is what they are in the original novel, because the silver slippers in the original novel was supposed to be L. Frank Baum's symbology for the silver standard that arose during the late 19th, early 20th century. And they just switched it to red or ruby in the Wizard of Oz because it would pop more with the new Technicolor. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like it just like didn't mesh together well, and maybe that's because I went in with no knowledge of the source material. I don't even know if the book is perfectly adapted by Stephen Schwartz for the stage. So like it just seems like I went in like not knowing what 2 films or 2 stories are kind of supposed to mesh together, and it kind of just didn't work for me because I'm sitting there guessing the whole time. I'm like, wait, wasn't this supposed to happen? When they're singing together in a song and Dorothy's off, once again in La La Land. I don't know. Maybe we're Maybe I'm overthinking this movie too much.
I think you're
and-
overthinking musicals in general. Musicals aren't supposed to be like the idea of like this is all everybody's singing. This is the thing. Like musicals are supposed to. You're just kind of go with the flow. In my
I know,
opinion.
and maybe that's why I don't like musicals, right? Like I've never been a big musical person because I think, songs take away from a story to be told, and oftentimes musical stories aren't that thematically deep.
I'd argue
So-
that songs are just a different way of telling a story. But that we can definitely agree to disagree. I did not like musicals until I met my wife. I will say one thing that I want to say is you've got that whole scene of what's her name? The Ariana Grande's character, Glinda, fighting with
Galinda.
yeah, fighting with Elphaba because Elphaba got with the whatever his name is, the Scarecrow man.
Fiero?
Fierro, yeah. So they're doing that like
Scarecrow.
whole fight, and she's like, "I can't believe you stole him from me." Blah blah blah. Those are big words for somebody that got with SpongeBob Bach and took him away from his wife. Like those are some pretty harsh
they're not
words to be
together
thrown.
anymore.
I know they're not,
No.
but like that whole situation,
Not
those are
anymore,
some big words to throw into that movie.
Yeah, no, it's her and Cynthia now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I one more question for you guys I had, because my lovely girlfriend, doesn't have a deep connection to Wicked. I mean, I think we went and saw it together with her sister more because her sister really dug Wicked more than her. But you both have significant others that deeply love this material and deeply love musicals. Were they just like completely gaga over these two movies, like both of them, or did they offer up any sort of criticisms compared to maybe what they had seen before?
My wife
Because
definitely
I'm curious
said,
if like my perspective is simply because I have no knowledge of the stage play and I'm kind of just going in just with these movies as my only identifying factor of like what's going on in this story.
no, my wife definitely agreed that the second one was not as strong as the first one, and that the songs obviously were not as strong. There's a couple good ones in there that she liked, but she said it was obviously not as strong as the first half.
Okay. Justin?
Yeah, that's exactly what mine said. She still enjoyed this one. She still liked it. She liked it just as much as she liked the first one, but she does agree that this one wasn't as good as the first one, and that the songs weren't as strong. Like there was no Defying Gravity in this one.
No.
And they're all kind of just just blend together, while Defying Gravity was this huge, significant song. But she still enjoyed it. She loves the characters. She loves everything about the whole world of Wizard of Oz and the Emerald City and all of that. So she didn't really go into it being disappointed. She was exactly where she was. She still enjoyed it, still liked it, and we probably will see it 3 or 4 more times before I die. So,
All right.
Tyler, once again, did you expect there to be a difference? Because you got to remember, Our Ladies are sisters, so of course they're going to think the exact same about it. They talked about it for 6 hours after the movie.
They're their own individuals.
I know that,
we
but
went to the theater for
yeah,
it.
yeah. Justin rented a theater for that movie.
No, I mean, I was genuinely curious because, Justin, I don't know your significant other, but I know Courtney, and
You met Nikki. She was in her wedding.
Okay. Sorry, Nikki. It's not that you didn't make a impression. It's that I am very bad at remembering people I have apparently met. So yeah, like knowing Courtney, like she'll tell it like it is, and I don't think she's one to get like blinded by nostalgia goggles, for what you will. So I was just curious, and like I'm glad that she was at least able to offer up some criticism and maybe make me feel like not as crazy, that like, hey, this movie is clearly at the very, very least somewhat of a step down from that first film.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a hell of a conversation about Wicked, gentlemen. I did not expect that. I can't wait to find out that Ryan's voice wasn't recording the whole time.
Oh, you wanted me to record my voice?
Yeah. You know what? Maybe
Worse if you say, "Oh, you wanted me to record the video?"
Yeah, I'm not recording it. Should I have started?
Oops.
I would kill you.
I'm not re-recording that one.
Yeah, I'm not even another one.
Because frankly, I don't want to talk about this movie any more than we already have.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week for couple more. I think we're gonna do Five Nights at Freddy's 2 next week, and then we'll finish out the year with the following week of Silent Night, Deadly Night remake, which is hopefully good.
We're gonna try to get it done. I got a lot of stuff going on with work right now, but I want to try to get out maybe an individual review of Wake Up Dead Man for you guys.
Do it.
So yeah, I could record that and get that out before. Hopefully, it drops soon because I think it comes out on Netflix December 12th.
I think today.
So yeah, no, December 12th.
December 12th.
Today's the best.
I thought
Today's the 5th.
I thought Courtney had told me that it came out today. I'm sorry.
No, so it was like a limited theatrical release. So yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.